everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I am going to be doing this eye look, and I created it using the Tartelette Matte palette. I think that's what it's called, but it's the Tartelette by Tarte, of course, and all their colors. So wait, let me show you. So in this palette, which I think is really packaged so nicely, I can't really pull it up too much because it does have a mirror, but this palette has 12 matte shades, so none of them are shimmer. My favorite thing about this palette is that it goes all the way from super light colors all the way down to dark and a black. That is missing in so many palettes, and like it's such an essential. So I love how this palette is like laid out. It has literally every color you would need for any basic look, and like glam looks as well, obviously. And I was so excited to use this. I was a little bit apprehensive because this is a cool toned palette, well, more so than not. And I normally stick to warm tone palettes, but I'm so impressed with this palette, so definitely stay tuned and see how it went. But yeah, that is it for this intro, and let's get into the video. Okay, so I've already already filled in my brows. I just used my ColourPop brow pomade in the shade Blonde, and then I'm gonna go in with my ColourPop No Filter concealer in the shade Fair 5, and I'm just going to neaten them up a little bit and also set this down as an eyelid primer. I prefer to use concealers just because I find that obviously they have more coverage, and it's just really convenient because you're already using it in the eye region, so why not? Concealer is like really dry, so you have to work like pretty quickly, but it is kind of annoying because it clings to dry spots. Okay, then I'm just going to take my Australis Pressed Ready Set Go finishing powder in True Translucent, and I'm just going to use that to set all that down because we don't want it to be patchy, and also we don't want it to crease, so just set that down. So I am going to be using the sticky tape method just because, oh my god, that left like an imprint in my hand, Jesus. Just because that is literally my favorite way to do this. I just find it's easier and it's like way more controlled, especially with palettes that you're not too familiar with. It's the best. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go in with is Natural Beauty. This is like more of a mauve, only like a light mauve, like crossed with a brown. I'm really bad at describing things. Okay, so I'm going to take that on a fluffy brush. It doesn't have a name. Oh no, blending crease brush from Crown Brushes. And I am, as you can see, this is very mauve. Mauve, I don't know. I'm just going to take this through the crease as a transition. This is going to be up a little bit higher because this is kind of like a, well, it is like a smoky eye, so I want them all to blend as best as I can. There we go. The next shade, I'm like literally just diving right into it. I'm going to go in with the shade Best Friend, which is literally just a cute purple. And I'm going to be putting this all over the lid. Normally I wouldn't dive into the lid color so early on, but it was necessary. And I really like how it's literally the same color in the pan as it is on your lid. Like it looks exactly the same. So props to you, Tarte, for making this. Also, I smudged it up a little bit, but that literally doesn't matter. I'm taking this a little higher because we are adding some other colors into the mix, so we just want them to blend, so it doesn't really matter where you're putting anything. So then we're gonna go and start with like defining the area and all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna take Dreamer, which is like a midway brown, like it's not dark, but it's not light, but it's like dark enough to be a definition. Good describing one. So I'm just going to take this and kind of focus it on the outer part of my eye, because I want to blend it in with everything as well. So pretty much the way I'm going is just, so I've got the whole eye, and then gradually to the outer corner I'm just going to make it like darker and darker, so it like defines my eye shape, I guess, or the eye look in general. So then I'm going to go in with the shade Bombshell, which is literally just a super dark purple. Then I'm going to go back in with my brush that I used for the transition with no extra product and just blend the harsh lines and blend it into the colours that are already there. So then I'm just going to go in with Fashionista, which is literally just a black. I love when palettes have black in them because they are very, very handy. So I'm just literally going to put, look how pigmented that black is, holy moly. I'm just going to put this here, and then I'm going to take another brush to blend it out, because you just want to pack that in so it doesn't lose a lot of its colour when you blend it out. Then I'm just going to take this brush by e.l.f. I don't think it has a name, but it is really like dense but also a bit fluffy at the same time, so it's perfect for blending things like this out. You just want to use a really light hand so it doesn't go too far, because then you'll lose the colour. Then I'm going to take my blending brush again and actually going to dip into that shade we used for the transition, just to lightly blend all that in together. Then I'm actually, so this palette doesn't have any shimmers in it, so it's an all matte palette, but I feel like it needed a little bit of just something to it. So I'm going to take my ColourPop Gimme More palette, and I'm gonna take this okay, so I don't know where my camera cut me off just then, but I did just take my Gimme More palette by ColourPop, and I took the shade Bottomless to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone, just because I have really light eyes, so I just needed something to break that up a little bit because it is such a dark color. So now I'm gonna go in with some liquid eyeliner, and I'm going to do a winged eye, obviously. I really don't find the tape helpful for doing eyeliner. I find it kind of like distracting. So then I'm just going to take some mascara. This is the Marc Jacobs Omega Lash in black. Oh, my mirror just broke. This is so hard to open. Okay, so I finished the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and put some falsies on, and I will be back. Okay, so I'm back now, and I've finished my entire face and put some lashes on. So now I'm just going to do my lower lash line. So I think I'm just gonna try and mimic the top. So I'm gonna take Natural Beauty, which is that one we used for the transition, and just run that under my waterline. Then I'm going to take the purple, which is called Best Friend. I actually don't think I said that in the beginning, but it's called Best Friend. This is one we use for the lid, and I'm just going to put this on the outer corner of my lower lash line. Then, of course, we're going to finish it off with some mascara. This is the same one we used before. So this is the finished look. This is the finished look. I really like how it turned out. I think it looks super nice and smoky. It's definitely something different from what I normally do, which is so exciting. Overall, I think the palette performed so well. I think the colors are just like on point, like they look the same in the pan as they do on the eye, and they're very like easy to blend and they're pigmented. So that is literally all you want in a palette to work. Honestly, I was a bit apprehensive about using this palette because it is a bit more cool toned than not, and I'm normally like a warm toned person, but I really like how this turned out, and I can definitely see myself doing a couple more looks. Oh, it's got a mirror. A couple more looks using this palette. But yeah, if you want to see more looks using this palette or any other palette, then leave a comment down below. And yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button or give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!